everyone, Cherie here. Today I'm going to be creating a layout using the beautiful Felicity Jane Caroline kit. What I've done is just chosen two of the papers in the kit, this lovely geometric pattern and it's like a pink with a little spot through it. I'm going to use the chipboard alphabet as well, and I'm hoping to use a couple of the stamps too. So I've also gone through and picked out a few embellishments from the kit. These lovely little rubber heart embellishments. There's a few different sizes there and colours, and a couple of these little labels as well. So I'm going to get into it and show you what I'm going to create. I'll be back in a moment. So on this layout I really wanted a lovely big paper bow. So in the silhouette store, Felicity Jane section has a lovely big bow that you can cut out in all different sizes. You can just adjust it on your silhouette program to whatever size you want it. So I've already pulled the pieces out of the paper that it was cut from, and I thought I'd just show you how to put it together. It's very simple. I have already done this once, which you can see that there's some adhesive still on there, but I thought I'd show you how I put it together. So you grab this piece first. It's got the two rounded pieces, and there's little cutouts here which is really cute, little accents on the bow. I think you can see that there. So all you do is flip it over and you're going to fold those pieces with the tabs right into the center and stick it down with your adhesive, and then bring that other piece in as well and stick that down. Then I've just put some more adhesive with my runner onto the center at the back there and adhere that to the back piece. So again, you just press that down into the center with your adhesive, and the other piece you have is this little piece that goes around the center of the bow. So position that into the correct place, fold it over. Those ends, there's a little, you might not be able to see it, but it's like a little perforated line along there, so it makes it really easy for folding. So you just fold that over, put a bit more adhesive on that, bit of adhesive, and then fold over that other piece there. And there you have it, a really pretty bow to use on your layout. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create my layout now and show you what I'm going to do with this lovely bow. Back in a moment. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to just cut a piece of this geometric pattern paper from the Caroline kit. And I'm just using the photos as a guide to roughly how big I want this piece. So just trimming that down. I'm going to do a bit of shuffling here because I'm deciding which side I want which photo to be on. My plan is to put that bow at the top there, so I want to make sure it's in the right place on that background cardstock. So just a little bit of tape runner on the back of that, and now I'm going to use my T-square ruler just to make sure I've got that centered correctly. Since it's the base of the whole design, I just want to make sure it's in the right place. Okay. Just making sure that's straight. Now I'm fiddling about a bit here, just deciding on exactly what I want to do. So I really want that bow at the top there. So to balance it out, I've got some more of that same paper, and I've just used a scallop border punch along the edge of that paper. So first I'm going to add a little bit of stitching to that pattern paper. Just running that through my sewing machine along the top and bottom. And I'll pull those threads through and trim those off. A little bit more fiddling. So I'm going to put that piece underneath the photos. So just making sure it's the right length. I'll stick that down. A little bit of extra tape there. Just had to rub that off. So I'm going to also run that through the sewing machine as well. I was going to stick it down, all those photos, but then decided to add a little bit more stitching. Again, I just trim those threads off. Okay, so on go my photos now, and my pretty bow is going to go on the top. So all I've done is used my tape runner along the back of that, and that's stuck down nicely. So I've just gone through the little bits and pieces that I've got from the Caroline kit, deciding what to use to embellish this page. So I've got a little green tab that I've tucked under the top of the bow there, and there's a little rubber word that says love. So I thought that looked pretty nice just there. I'm using my T-square ruler just to make sure I get these chipboard letters in the right place. Now you'll see I wasn't quite happy with how I stuck them down at first, so I'm just fiddling around and moving them across a little just to get the spacing right. I've also got these other letter stickers. They're also from Felicity Jane. They're white with a little black dot all over. They're really lovely. So quite a long title, this one. So again, just using my T-square ruler to position these. And just fiddle about, just making sure they're nice and straight before I stick them down properly. Now the theme of this layout was all about bows, because my daughter she's really gone through a stage of wanting to make lots of pretty bows for her hair. So she's been making her own hair clips, finding tutorials on YouTube and making all sorts of colours and sizes of these bows. So I thought that was worth documenting. She's been getting very creative with it all. So my journaling strips are going on now. Just using a little bit of double-sided tape behind those. I'm using the really thin double-sided tape. And again, I'm just running that through my sewing machine. So I've done that along each strip. You can see the mess on the back there. Okay, so now I'm going to look for some more embellishments to finish this off. I love those little rubber hearts from the kit. So I thought about putting that green label there, but then I thought it was a bit too heavy for the bottom and decided that I might do a little bit of stamping as well. So these are the stamps from the Caroline kit, and there's one stamp in there that says "That's So You." So I thought that was perfect for this page. So just inking up the stamp, and that stamps beautifully at the bottom there. So I'm just going to stick those little rubber hearts down, and all I've done is use my tape runner on the back of those, and that stuck them down really well. Quite happy with that. So for the date, I decided to just use a little white tag, so I'm just inking up that date stamp now to stamp onto the tag, and then I'll use my long arm stapler to staple that into place next to the title there. And then my page is complete. I hope you've enjoyed my layout process video today. Thanks for joining me, and I'll be back very soon with something else to share. Thanks for dropping by.